What's going on YouTube? JT's Born here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about Dark Crisis Young Justice issue number 5 of 6. Mxyzptlk, Menace, all that other stuff. This thing barely has anything to do with Dark Crisis, to be honest. It just feels like a completely separate thing that just has very loose ties to the overall story. The artwork is good. I'll give it that. I think the artwork and colors all look pretty good. The story itself, not so much. I'm not alone in saying this. A lot of people don't really like the storyline. It feels like the writer is just writing about like it just feels like the writer hates fans of Young Justice as I'm reading it, because like obviously Mxyzptlk is supposed to represent the complaining comic book fans who just want to go back to the old days, who you can't take any new stories, who hate all new characters, when in reality a lot of people just want to see the Young Justice characters kind of grow up and mature. But again, it's all blah blah blah, whiny. Then Cassie kind of shows up at some point and basically belittles the three of them. Oh, you stupid idiots, it's all your fault, you're all really dumb, blah blah blah, very unlikable. They somehow, the rules of it are just kind of all over the place. They somehow kind of find their way out of the situation with Mxyzptlk or whatever, but really they don't, and we got one more issue left of this thing. That's the issue in a nutshell. I didn't really care for it, all things considered. I just think the writing, I mean, just look at this page and an example. Have you noticed you've been replaced with people who don't have any right to be here? You hear that, audience? This is you. You're the whining comic book fan. You can't handle anything new. It's just very petty. It just screams pettiness from a writing standpoint, just the way the dialogue is handled and all that. And this story is just not very good. And yeah, that's all I really have to say about it. Artwork is good. I'll give it that. The artwork is nice, but the writing and characterization and just the fact that this is said to be a Dark Crisis tie-in, even though this Mxyzptlk thing has almost nothing to do with the Great Darkness, it just feels like a completely random side storyline that just feels so petty the way it's kind of written. Cassie belittling the three of them, and that was just felt kind of mean-spirited and angsty and miserable. And I do think it's dumb how like these characters aren't really allowed to mature. It's not like the idea of, it's not about going back to the past and how like they've been kind of passed on for things. It's the fact that they never seem to grow up is the thing with a lot of the Young Justice characters. They're never allowed to really kind of mature a little bit and grow on, evolve a little bit, like the generation before them, like Dick Grayson, and that like he went from Robin to Nightwing. He was allowed to evolve. Now, I think with a lot of comic book characters, they stay kind of stagnant, but that's the thing with the Young Justice. They're kind of just stagnant, and it'd be nice to see them kind of push forward. But again, just the way this thing's written, it just feels like just mean-spirited and angsty. And if you liked Young Justice back then, you're not very good, and all that other crap. I didn't care for it. I don't despise this thing like a lot of people seem to. I just don't care for it. It's just not that great, all things considered. So yeah, those are my quick thoughts. I don't even know, like Mxyzptlk, just a whatever character. The fact that this is a Dark Crisis tie-in just feels really out of place from the rest of the overall narrative. It's not pushing the Dark Crisis story forward. It's just a random side story, and yeah, that's kind of it. Sorry, this video is kind of short and don't have much to say, but I just didn't really care for it. So yeah, that's it. If you have any thoughts on it, let me know in the comments section down below. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content, hit the bell for notifications, all that other fun stuff. I think I got one more comic book review, then I got to do a solicitations video on DC Comics, and then I should be all set. So, all right, well, that's all I got to say. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.